The good Spartan returns. Don't get distracted. Now you're fighting to win. Blood for blood. Brewing on. Arms up. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. Those who have fallen, carry me.
Look out! Gear's using them to heal!
You remember our last conversation here?
You implied there was more to my deal with Ares than mere lust for power.
Indeed. We are seldom compelled by singular drives. There is always more to the story.
Behind you, brother!
With valor to go the distance, I hope. Defend yourself. Blood for blood. Roira.
Look out! Blood ore!
Don't get distracted. Definitely done, Kratos. Hang time. I yield, Kratos.
Very well.
I believe you found an understanding within yourself. Shall we see?
Fools. It's not only memories.
Indeed. For what is a memory apart from our perspective on it? You know the evils that came of your path. You know the evils within yourself. Yes, these you dwell on. But it's not that simple, is it?
The Horde is vast, brother. What would have happened if you didn't stop it?
Our lands would have been overrun. Our people killed, violated.
People your army was sworn to protect. An army led by you. Did you not feel a duty to fulfill your purpose? Did you not fear for the safety of your homeland? You saved them.
You would excuse my actions.
Excusing them is not the exercise, Kratos. Only accepting them. Accepting that you acted based on what you knew then, not on what was to come. Your motivation and their consequences are far more complicated than you let yourself believe. I think perhaps you have more to process.
Yes. I have much to think about. I will return.
And I will be waiting.
Your focus is paying off.
Suppose that was beneficial enough to do another.
Air.
A gift. Mastery comes when passion and purpose are in harmony, no? I'll tell you more of my story now, if you care to hear it.
Continue.
If you remember, my father had fallen ill. It was bad. An illness unknown to us. I offered to fetch the mage healer from the city, but my father refused. He insisted herbs were the only way to help him. You can guess what happened next. He was gone before the spring. I was devastated. In time, I grew to hate my father's philosophy, and dedicated myself to healing through magic. It was a blind rejection of an entire field, because I believed it failed my father, because I blamed his death on his faith. The truth is, I traded one limiting perspective for another, but I wasn't ready to see that yet. That's a good place to stop for now.
You're back here, and yet you're further along.
Gunnar.
Use this. No experience is wasted when you learn from it. Don't you agree? Back to my story.
Continue.
So, there I was, Little Miss Brawl Magnet. If I wasn't starting the fight, I was the first one charging in to join it. Maybe it's something in the Asgard water, but it seemed like there was always a fight to be had. I guess I needed the rush, something to keep me sharp, feeling alive. I was driven without fear or frankly much sense to hold me back. Got myself a bit of a reputation, and that ended up being a problem. This notorious bully I'd humiliated held on to a grudge and tried to track me down. Found out way too easily who I was and where I lived. Set out to teach me a lesson. We'll pick it up there when you progress further.
A chance to bargain with Valhalla itself.
admirable attempt. Better than the last. You're adapting to Valhalla well.
Sigrun, I wanted to tell you, Valhalla keeps sweeping me away to my own adventure in memory.
I wondered if it would. That's wonderful. What is it showing you?
Some particular events of my wayward youth. But they're in a loop of sorts. Not sure I've quite gleaned what it all amounts to.
Then you must do what you do in Valhalla. Keep going.